Internet and the social networks have become ever more central in the world politics over the last 15 years. After the protests in Iran of 2009 and the Arab Spring of 2012, social networks have been seen as weapons against oppression. Then, in 2016, before Brexit and Trump, Duterte won the election in the Philippines, thanks to a systematic use of fake news. Duterte's election and the way he managed to keep consensus over the years was a turning point for tech giants, especially Facebook. Public opinion shifted, and many people realized that social network could indeed undermine democracy. First of all, this is Duterte.
At the age of 16, may pinatay na ako. Tao talaga.
Pag-graduate na lang kami sa Bloomberg, may bilaril ako na tao.
I must admit that I have killed.
Well, now let's take a step back. Facebook's mission is connecting the world and creates online communities. This is something that Zuckerberg has reiterated many times. For this reason, in 2013, Facebook launched internet.org, a project whose aim is connecting the world and improve the internet connection in countries with a high internet demand and low connectivity. The Philippines in particular, a country with more smartphones than people and where the 90% of people with an internet connection having a Facebook account, was crucial for the expansion of the social network in Southeast Asia. The election of 2016 was seen as a unique opportunity to enter the public discussion of the country. Facebook sent some employees to the Philippines in order to help the candidates, Duterte included, understand the role that Facebook could play in their propaganda machine. As soon as Duterte's campaign kicked off, Facebook started receiving complaints about fake pages spreading fake news. At the beginning, it was thought that these were created by activists, but soon it got clear they were connected to the Duterte propaganda machine, included the fake news about the endorsement of the Pope. The engagement of Duterte's page skyrocketed, as well as his media coverage, and Facebook proclaimed Duterte the undisputed king of Facebook conversation of the 2016 campaign. Duterte won the election and was ready to make Facebook the main channel of his propaganda. The social network got a strong ally in one of the biggest countries in Southeast Asia. For many Filipinos, Facebook was the only version of the internet that they knew. Since then, things got worse. Soon after elected, the new president wanted to fulfill one of the most popular and controversial parts of his program, the war on drugs, through the use of mass killings. The use of death squad and summary execution became the new normal. Officially, 5,000 drug personalities have been killed as of January 2019. News organizations and the human rights group claim instead that the death toll is over 12,000, some of them were children. Whoever tried to criticize this practice was silenced. Senator Leila de Lima, who led the investigation about these killings, and Maria Ressa, founder of Rappler and one of the most famous journalists of the country, fell victims of Duterte Facebook propaganda machine. A tape circulated in the Facebook Philippines community with a man whose face was covered having sex in a car with a lady that appeared to be Senator de Lima, accused of having sex with her driver. The tape was fake. Nevertheless, it promptly became part of Duterte's propaganda. The president, in few occasions, hinted the video and accused de Lima of taking bribe by drug dealers. In another occasion, he said, All these claims were spread and pushed on Facebook by his propaganda, among others who falsely claimed that De Lima used government funds to buy a $6 million mansion in New York and that the Queen of England had congratulated the Philippine Senate for ousting her. 6 months later, De Lima was arrested and detained on drug charges. Once Duterte got in power, Facebook became the government official platform. Many times, the president's speeches were aired straight on Facebook rather than on classic media, which got under attack. Maria Ressa, thanks to whom this story has become known worldwide, soon after the election published an article according to which at least 26 Facebook accounts were spreading Duterte's propaganda, and their posts, which were all the same, were all linking to Duterte's supporters' pages. Helen Torcedillas, president of Verifiles, a Facebook fact-checking partner in the Philippines, said that the majority of false posts that her organization checks definitely come from pro-administration Facebook pages or were inspired by the president's remarks. A communication strategy based entirely on the use of extreme language, fake news, personal attack, need one thing more than any other: the support of the influencer. R.J. Nieto, promoter of conspiracy theories and fake news, was appointed social media consultant to the Department of Foreign Affairs. Mocha Uson followed the president during the election campaign and became famous for performing Duterte dance at rallies. Uson is the Assistant Secretary of the Presidential Communication Operation Office. In January 2017, they launched the hashtag LennyLeaks to push the fake news according to which Lenny Robredo, one of the Duterte's most prominent opponents, was running an international propaganda against the president. On another occasion, when the dead bodies of the drug dealer wrapped in brown tape began circulating, Nieto and Uson accused the Colombian Sinaloa cartel, even if for most of the tapes appeared DU30, which is Duterte's nickname. With such a strong presence on social media, news websites were useless, and because of their ever more pressing investigations on the government practices, they became dangerous. In February, the government banned all Rappler journalists from reporting the presidential palace, and Maria Ressa has been arrested in 2019 for fraud. Since Brexit and Trump election, Facebook has been scrutinized for its ad system. The system allows politicians to micro-target voters with personalized messages that no one could see apart from the people part of the target. This means they could spread fake news or show contradictory messages to two different groups of people without taking any risk. For example, they could show messages against and in favor of a specific policy at the same time. Following the pressure from the public opinion, Facebook published Ad Library and made public all the sponsored ads from both political parties and brands. However, with Duterte the story is different. Duterte's team does not push sponsor ads, but try through a system of pages interconnected to each other to make their post viral, so that many of Duterte's claims, like this one, seems to be thought to go viral. These sort of actions allow them to exploit the Facebook algorithm, which is designed to push content that generates more engagement, more likes, more shares. For the Facebook business model, engagement is data, and data means profit. Therefore, the algorithm tends to promote extremist content and, as many studies have shown, but also an internal document of the Duterte's campaign, anger is the emotion who generates most engagement. The more extreme and divisive a message is, the more popular it gets. This is the most pressing issue for Facebook. The social network is trapped between its algorithm and this business model, whose growth strongly depends on the level of engagement. If Facebook wants to become part of the solution, this needs to change.